We haven't had a vintage David Fincher movie like this in almost 10 years, and it feels so good to have him back. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am actually in my girlfriend's dorm because my dorm has my roommate in it. The lounge on my floor has some people in it, and I had to record some stuff. No one else is here, so third college location I've filmed a review in. So there you go. And yeah, so granted, this is the second David Fincher movie we've gotten since 2014, but it's still been that long since we've had a vintage feeling David Fincher movie, because, you know, Mank, just like, I haven't actually seen Mank, by the way, but I just, there doesn't seem to really be a need to see Mank, aside from the fact that it's David Fincher. So I'll watch it at some point, but I'm not really in a rush to. Yeah, let's talk about The Killer, which was awesome. To quickly summarize this movie for you, after a fatal near miss, an assassin battles his employers and himself on an international manhunt he insists isn't personal. Is it one of the best David Fincher movies that's ever been made? No. No, it's not. That is not what you're getting with The Killer. But what you are getting with The Killer is just this cold feeling movie about an assassin. We've been going through these John Wick movies and movies that feel like John Wick, but that takes the hitman, just like the life of being a hitman, and really glorifies it. Almost makes it look like you want to be a hitman, to have these fights in these big flashy locations and all that. But no, being a hitman is not the kind of job that you want. And granted, when there is a fight in this movie, it's incredible, but it doesn't necessarily glorify the fight. It doesn't make it look like the kind of fight that is fun. It just doesn't whatsoever. Michael Fassbender just gives this really grounded performance. You don't hear him speak a lot of dialogue in the moment. Most of what you're going to hear from him is voiceover, and it's really interesting, I would say. Just the way that they go about how, you know, he has this just internal monologue that you're pretty much listening to throughout the entire film. And if you just aren't really into that, then you're not gonna like this film. But, you know, just listening to his character was fascinating. And I felt like the world was fascinating, and just, it had me hooked. From the intro, the opening credits really, they really hook you, and it was a really good call to have the opening credits be like that and to just dig the movie's claws right into you, because the start of the film is slow. You know, this is a movie about a killer, about a hitman, and you expect it to be this big, grand action spectacle, but it's not. It's slow, and it's grounded, and it's cold. And without that just opening credits that just really shock you, you know, you would probably get bored and consider clicking off because it's Netflix. Yeah, please don't click off of this movie, even if you feel a little bored. It gets so much better just the longer you go. And once you get to that one fight, there is this one fight, and it's probably the best fight that I've seen in a movie in years. And the stunts are not John Wick or Mission Impossible level, no. But just the filmmaking and the sound design, holy balls, the sound design in this film is, yeah. If this film was gonna win an Oscar, it would be for sound. Because, my God, the sound is a movie on its own, and Yeah, I had a really good time with this one. Again, it is not one of Fincher's best movies. It's not even like really up there for like a top 10 movie of this year, but it is still just a really good movie. Definitely worth a watch. Recommend that you check it out if you just want a movie that sort of is like about a hitman but just more grounded. This felt like, whether or not it's true, that the life of a real hitman would be a lot more like this than like John Wick. I still don't think that this is necessarily like a real hitman life. I think that would be a lot more boring. But this is definitely closer, and it just feels a lot more real. And I like that, and I appreciated that, and David Fincher was the perfect director to take that on. 4 stars. If you want to hear me talk more about this movie, you can go and check out my podcast, Popcorn Premieres, this Friday. And you could also just check out the episode that we had come out yesterday in the description below. And while you're down there, maybe like and subscribe, because not a lot of you are subscribed. And finally, if you would like to watch another video, you can check out this review of The Holdovers. Take care.